want to know who are the fastest and the most powerful Scarlet speedsters, then just keep on watching. We have good versions, we have bad versions, and we have fast versions. The fastest of which might surprise you. So, without any further ado, here are the top 10 strongest versions of the Flash. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Number 10. GARRICK. We're going to be starting off this list with a version of the Flash that's the speedster on Earth 3. There, he is known as the Flash, but also as the Crimson Comet. On Earth 2, he had a completely different story. You see, there, Hunter Zolomon captured him and kept him as his prisoner in his lair. To lessen his power, he placed an iron mask on his face. Then, Zoom took his identity and took on the role of the Flash. Luckily, Harry and Jesse Wells saved him, and he was on Team Flash when he came to Earth 1. Of course, after fighting bad guys like SAVITAR, he had to go back to his own timeline, where he would teach some young speedsters to take on the mantle of the Flash when he would be gone. Oh, and just an interesting little side note, we would like to point out that the actor who plays GARRICK is John Wesley Snipes. And this is interesting because in the 90s, the first Flash TV show appeared. So you could say that our Flash was inspired by the Flash from the past.
I need to kill you.
Number 9. SAVITAR. Now for this pick. We're not talking about SAVITAR from the comics. He has nothing to do with Barry Allen. He was this cyborg time speedster that first appeared in the comics of 1995. However, this is nothing like SAVITAR from the show. There, he is represented as a speedster with white lightning, which makes him one of the fastest speedsters in the entire world. Plus, he was Barry Allen's time remnant who was shunned by Team Flash for not being the original Flash. And when you hear villains talking about becoming God by killing others, you just pretty much know they're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Same thing happened here. A version of Barry Allen wanted to kill Iris, so Barry Allen would be driven mad and inevitably come SAVITAR, the original. And if you want to see which evil version of the Flash terrified us the most, then just keep on watching until pick number 6.
I spent an eternity in a trap just like that. You think I didn't know how to prevent?
Number 8. Kingdom Come Flash. Before we talk about the Flash from Kingdom Come, don't forget to smash that like button. It keeps the almighty YouTube algorithm happy, and you keep getting these videos for free. Writer Mark Waid said that the Flash from Kingdom Come is more powerful than the Wally West, but we don't really buy it. Just because you clump together characters like Barry Allen, GARRICK, and Wally and call them by one name doesn't make them more powerful than a superhero that actually managed to travel several trillion times faster than the speed of light. Now, here's an interesting fact about Wallace West. It is said that he was always moving, and that's why he was perceived only as a red blur, and no one could truly see him. Number 7. Reverse Flash. Eobard Thawne is one of the most popular versions of the Flash, as well as one of the most powerful. Now, we should mention that he lived in the year 2151, which is the 22nd century. But in this timeline, humanity grew past violence and crime, and he had to create his own crimes. When the actual Flash caught him and exposed him, Eobard, who idolized Barry Allen, went back in time and killed Nora Allen. This, along with the explosion of the particle accelerator, is what created the Flash, who Reverse Flash thought would help him get back to his own timeline. Number 6. Zoom. Although his name is Hunter Zolomon, Zoom rolls off the tongue much smoother. And this is one of the most terrifying versions of the Flash that we've ever seen. Now, we're not talking about power and speed, but we're actually talking about the sheer cruelness of the character. Zoom is pure evil. He killed Barry's father without so much as a flinch, and he was prepared to destroy the world. Luckily for us, Barry Allen stopped him. Number 5. Black Flash. This is what happens when you cross Zoom and Time Wraths. Now, we were wondering if we should include him on this list, but we figured he's just the immortal version of Zoom, so we'll let it slide. Anyways, the Black Flash is exactly like the Grim Reaper. He's the one responsible for catching speedsters that are messing with time. And because he's the fastest of all speedsters and immortal, he has been given this intriguing ability to sense movement. And this means only two things. Black Flash can catch any speedster, and secondly, it can sense your movement, so there's no point in hiding. If you want to see which Flash uses a chair to drastically enhance his power, then just make sure you stick with us till the end. Number 4. Barry Allen. Since we're looking at the Flash as just a shell which can be filled by any speedster out there, we're now going to be talking about the most popular Scarlet Speedster in the entire DC multiverse. Barry Allen's bringing up story follows the classic narrative of young boy loses parents, then through a string of events, he gets superpowers and uses them for good. He is considered the fastest of these Flash speedsters, but he does die during the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover, only to be replaced by another Scarlet Speedster, which we'll talk about later. Number 3. The Red Death Flash. My name is Bruce Wayne. I am vengeance. I am justice. I am Batman, the Red Death. This is one of the most popular versions of the Flash, even though it's Batman infused with his Speed Force. Unlike the Flash, the Red Death is part of an organization called the Dark Knights. On several occasions, he has mocked Flash, telling him that he is too slow and that he cannot control the Speed Force. But later, after the Dark Knights told him that he is half Batman and therefore a liability to the organization, he exploded in bright light. Number 2. MOBIUS Chair Flash. Now, we know that Wally West is the fastest version of the Flash, period. But fans might be wondering why we placed Wally plus the MOBIUS chair just below Wally West himself. Although he's incorruptible, his mind is faster than thought itself, and he is the holder of the ultimate knowledge. He is still immobile. He knows everything, he sees everything, and he is as close to God as you can get. However, that doesn't deny the fact that he is still unable to move while using the chair. Plus, we know that the MOBIUS chair does corrupt the minds of those that sit upon it. So we're going to say that battling a chair while also battling a villain isn't something you want to do. Number 1. Wally West. Wally West took on the mantle of the Flash after Barry Allen died in the Crisis on Infinite Earths. Since then, he has gained the power of the White Lightning, and no, there's not a speedster living who can defeat him. Remember when we talked about how no one can escape Black Flash? Well, this isn't true for Wally West. He is so fast he can actually cheat death. Plus, he could run 7 times around the world in a single second. He moves in 2 places at once and is faster than his shadow. If you're wondering, how on earth is that possible? We can only tell you this. He transferred 500,000 Koreans 35 miles from the explosion in a microsecond. This means that he was traveling 13 trillion times faster than the speed of light.
Ready? Get set. Go.
On a related note, do you think Barry Allen was faster than Wally West or not? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.